You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay, everybody, I don't know if you can hear me. You should be able to. I need 30 more seconds, guys. 30 more seconds. I know this is a little late, but we'll keep the talk short.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay, so let's see if we can get this going here. Almost there. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see me. Welcome, everybody. This is your boy trying to get cute again, and it took forever, and I should just chill out on all this stuff. Anyway, I hope that you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. Hopefully, my mic is loud enough and you can hear that. Let me know if you can't. If you're sweet. Hey, Jackie. If you're joining me for the first time, this is our Thursday night intro class, which is usually kind of like the sort of foundations class. Well, we called it intro, and then it became kind of a foundations class. And I wanted to talk tonight a little bit. Well, first of all, let me get a big audible breath in. Audible breath in. All right. So, a couple of little like housekeeping, class announcement type things. I'm really excited to turn this light up. There we go. So I'm really excited to teach more of my Dan classes. I've been doing that in the last Mondays, and the feedback, the donations have been positive. The feedback's been positive, so I think I want to just keep doing that for a while, and I want to keep these classes open. I'm curious. I see a lot of the same people taking both classes, or just sort of bouncing between the two, and so I'm wondering if like I even need to call this a beginner class or a foundations class, and maybe we could teach stories both nights or whatever. But I'm really excited about Monday's class. What I want to do on Monday is I just kind of want to do a MyDan reset, because there's a lot of people that don't know anything about the MyDan, and I just kind of want to do a reset and lay out for everybody what it is, and why I use a myth to teach, and what it can offer, and then kind of what it's not also. So anyway, tonight the class that I wanted to focus on, and I need my board. Hold on. Thank you. Hey, Kelly. Hey, y'all. Sweet. Hopefully by now everybody knows to show up a little bit late. Alright, let's see what we got going here. Alright, this is cool or this is not cool? Y'all been asking me if I could do something with the windows. My goal is to actually put like a landscape outside there, but right now it's a big picture of Picasso. And the reason I picked that picture of Picasso tonight was I went a long time ago to Atlanta, and I saw a retrospective at the High Museum in Atlanta of all of Picasso's, or not all of them, but like of his life and his works. And I was just blown away by how much confidence this guy had to just roll with his artistic urges and his impulses, and to really trust, like, underneath all the varied expressions, that there was still this like sort of quintessential essence of himself and of his art. And as most of you know about Picasso, he did just about everything, kind of a Salvador Dali, type figure. But this show was incredible, and actually, I'll show you. We'll go back, and I'm still here, but this is a self-portrait of his. I think this is the blue period, or maybe I'm cheating just because it looks blue. But anyway, and so all of his works were there, and so I was in art school at the time, and I think I'm so grateful that I got a BFA, because I don't think I would have graduated college without one. And it wasn't so much because it was easy. Like, I had done pretty well in school, but I was a shitty student, and when I got to the college level, that was really exposed. And so became like, what am I the most interested in? Because that was what was going to get me through, like, kind of hating school, and that was art. And so when I went and saw this Picasso exhibit, I was in art school, I think, or headed to art school or something like that. And by art school, I mean I went to UNC Chapel Hill. It's not a super famous art school. It's not really even art school, but it's an art department, I guess. But we all called it art school, so that's why I'm calling it that. And I came out of that experience as from art school, and I was going to work on my portfolio, and then I was going to go to grad school in art. And that's when my friend Kimawan, who some of you know, like my like a kind of a brother from another mother, he was also an art mentor of mine. He was a teacher at the university who just happened to get into hooping, you know. And he told me one day, he was like, Baxter, the art you're doing right now with the hoop is so much better than anything you did as an undergrad. And when he said that to me, it really sort of released me. And so ever since then, I've sort of realized like how my hoop life and my art life are the same, and how sometimes seeing myself as an artist has helped me develop my hoop life, like has helped me keep it going. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some of these characteristics of being an artist. It's going to be mostly a flow-based class, and I have a sort of a rough outline of a playlist on SoundCloud, so it should come up in SoundCloud. And then for those of you that don't know, I have started this I've started this new thing where I'm trying to play with switching scenes like that. And so it might be a little funky because I'm not sure that all the cameras are hooked up and everything. So, but we're going to go ahead and get going. I think it looks kind of cool. All right. Okay. All right, so it looks like we have one that's not working. Okay. Whoa. All right. That's funky. Audible breath in. Hey Katie, welcome. We're just getting started as usual. Looks like we're a little bit tall on this guy. There we go. All right. Okay, that's not good. Audible breath in. If you're joining me for the first time, sway is our warm-up and free movement time. Being a flow artist can be a little bit different than being a visual artist because you can kind of start with something, and that something is called music. And the artistry of flow is, for me, syncing your movement to that music, even if it's inaudible to other people. Audible breath in. The first great piece of advice I ever got from a professional artist was to start with the personal. He said, connect to your story and tell your story. And you can tell it from as many different viewpoints or perspectives. But connect to your story first. Audible breath in. All the good and the bad that have happened to you or your story. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Every breath you take in is an artist breath. You create. You make happen. You see. You express. Every breath in for that purpose. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm glad you're supporting my art right now. Oh, this is fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. Oops. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Oops. I'm a little wonky there. Sorry, guys. Oops. Okay. So here we are. Oh, you need one? Oh. Okay. So, audible breath in. Actually, maybe before this gets going. Okay, so I'm assuming that the music is everything Nama Sway. I love that. That's so awesome. So let me just, I'm hoping the music and the balance is okay. And then I want to, basically this whole class is us flowing with little bits of my art advice, or art advice that was given to me. And I had this wonderful art instructor who was this, and he even said it, he was a total redneck from Kentucky. And his art was, what made him famous had been neon sculpture. And so he knew that he was like somewhat, dated. But he told me once, he said, Baxter, it's really a lot easier than you're making it, because I was struggling with my next sculpture idea. And he said, you just put in the world what you want to see there. You just put in the world what you want to see there. We're going to play with that right now, that's concept. And we're going to do it with free form movement. And what we're going to put into the world that we want to see is our artistic, flowy self. We want to give it permission. While no one's watching, we want it to feel safe. Open, open, open. Right now, I am the art I want to see. Or at least this movement will get me there. This may be tough for some of you, but move without the hoop. Bring in what you don't see, the flowy artist, dancer you. Good. Now my belief is that while you're visualizing, while you're seeing this free-flowing artist, dancer, putting that in the world, your body is becoming that. Your body is helping you draw that image. And I'm in the art space, which means I'm not bound by any laws of physics. I'm not bound by any belief system, science. I can be blown away by wind. I can be moved around like kelp on the bottom of the ocean floor. Beautiful. Open. Open. This is the really tricky part. Once you start to birth this art piece, this you in, you let it carry you. You let it take you somewhere. That's the art making experience. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. As an artist, I wanted to feel the flow I felt without a hoop in the hoop. So I worked really hard with my hoop to feel this flow in my hoop. But then, like a lot of people, I got lost in the flow of my hoop. And there was a point where I had to put it down, just metaphorically, and remember that I was flowing before I ever had a flow toy. That I knew what flow felt like. It felt like every time I had an art project I was excited about. It felt like a series of good decisions. Okay. All right. So we're going to pick up our hoops. If you're ready for that, let me know if everything is okay. You guys aren't coming, so I'm guessing everything is fine. I feel like my camera's just a little bit tight on me. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. All right. So this was some pretty like harsh advice that I got one time, and it might ring that way for you guys. But basically, the art advice was this. He came over to me. I was in Painting 101, and my professor was Professor Gadsden, who was known for being kind of a jerk. And he came over to me, and I was staring at just like a couple of pencil lines on this brand new canvas that I'd spent 2 classes stretching for the first time and learning. And he goes, "So what's going on?" And I said to him, "I'm just not really sure what to paint." And he goes, "Well, just so you know, hopefully, this will be the worst painting you've ever done." And I looked at him and he said, "I mean, it's your first one, right?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I hope for your sake, for our sake, that it's the worst one you ever do." And when he said that to me, it did what I think he wanted it to do. It empowered me. It made me think that whatever I was doing now, that it could be better than that. And that there was this, he actually said that there were some bad paintings that were living in me. There were some bad, failed expressions. But they weren't failures. They just weren't going to be my best work. And I just needed to get through them as fast as I can. So it's in that spirit that we're going to free hoop. We're going to hoop any way that we want for this first song, with the idea that this might be the worst our hooping ever looks. And that is the artistic process. But our worst doesn't mean bad. The worst can be really fun. I had an amazing time with my first painting. You're going to hoop any way you want. Being in the nowness of the technique that you have right now.
Don't stop. Yo, check it.
Open, open, open. You're an artist. You're You're splashing paint. You're a drummer. You're banging out beats. You're free and you're open in your exploration. Because to get where you want to go, you gotta come through here. Oh, okay. Hopefully y'all can hear this. I hope you can hear me. Just in case my mic went out just now and y'all didn't hear what I said, one of the pieces of frustrated art advice I got was from an art teacher that told me, Baxter, life has no meaning. And that's what we do as artists. We put meaning into it. So it's in that spirit that we're moving now. Meaningless flow. Right? Purposeless. Imagine there's no innate meaning in learning more tricks. Nice. Okay, y'all should be hearing me. I don't know what's going on. If the sound's cutting out, that might mean I'm getting censored. We're hearing the music loud and clear over here, so I don't think it's on my end. I hate that, though, if that is what's happening there. Okay, so this next piece of advice, I'm hoping it'll work with this song okay. But we can hear you now. Okay, sweet, Danielle. Yeah, the little fish is the one we just heard, by the way. Okay. Sound is good here. Thank you, Jackie. Okay. All right, good. You guys rock. Thank you so much for everything. Okay, so my next point was, so one of my teachers at one point got frustrated with me. He would drink wine in his studio, and then he would call us in sometimes and just like lay it out for us. And, it was funny. Most of the time he was cheerful, but then sometimes it could be a little bit rough. And he told me once, because he was my painting teacher, and he told me, he said, Baxter, you're never going to get to a point where your technique doesn't matter. He was like, the ideas, the expression, that's all there, but how it comes across is the technique that you have. And he just said, rigor, rigor, rigor. He was old school. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to step into that frame of mind that like repetitive action teaches me a technique and gets it in there. And then I can abstract away from that move as much as I want to, but I'm going to start with the good old rigor of it. To keep things easy for me, I'm going to start with just vertical roll. Since this is an intro class, I just want to start with vertical rolling. But what I'm doing right now is I am focusing on my technique, okay? And that might mean not focusing. But right now, I am completely in my technique. Now for me, I work on a technique by forgetting about it. I just tell myself, okay, vertical rolling, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I try to think about it as little as possible from there on. My belief is in learning slowly. I'm a flight time guy. So I believe that I can just give myself one simple rule like vertical rolling and then start to dance, and then my technique will come up to that standard. Vertical roll. I'm gonna stick with my technique. I almost forgot and drifted off on you guys. Good. Open. Now, to be clear, you could be on any technique. You could be switching between techniques. I could be doing breaks and paddles this whole time. But what I'm doing is I'm giving myself space to just be in my technique. you guys like that one. All right, so out on the road, I used to tell this story, I used to have like a sort of one-liner that was meant to get a laugh, and I would say to people like, you never know if you're a ninja until you put yourself in ninja situations. Meaning that you wouldn't know if you had the skills necessary until you stepped into the arena, the space, to see if those skills are there. You could swap the word ninja out for artist. And sometimes you can feel your artistry by putting yourself in art situations. So here's an example. What if you don't like a song, but you really want to hoop to it? That's an artist being put into an artist situation where they're going to visualize, become, and see, and be that they're trying to create. So they'll take this weird song and try to make art out of it. So that's what we're going to do right now. Now, for those of you at home, this is about a 6-minute song, so this is going to be loads of time to be in artistic situations. You could think of this kind of like a Piaget exercise, where I'm going to try, for me, my artist has been dropped into this crazy song, and I'm going to try to make sense of this song.
Before I change, here's a list of instructions for when I'm you. 1. Don't let me hurt anyone. We can't allow you know what you do. 2. No.
With me, in my own art process,
Wait a minute.
I'm waiting for momentum usually. And in hooping, it's no different. So in a song like this, I'm moving to hopefully the momentum of the song, and then pulls the momentum of me. Nice. And then we're moving together. If you're just joining or passing through, say what's up. Tonight we're working on being an artist with our hoop. This is exercise. It's about putting yourself in some artistic situation. How could I balance to this? How could I fold to this? How could I body rock to this?
Sometimes I go like this. But then I stop. This has been one of those times.
Hey, Christina. Thanks for saying what's up. I think that you guys are following me, but if not, I'll do one more example. The artist situation I'm going to put myself in is that I'm going to feel hooping at the legs. I'm going to feel that, and then I'm going to try to bring that into this song. open, open, open. Yeah, that's a green screen. There are actually no blinds there. No, this is a real life Hooper situation. When you step out and you're in front of everybody and then the DJ does this to you. And you gotta make it look like you saw this whole thing coming. And the way to do that is just to fall in. Good.
23 players, if the name is wrong, if they find us. Let me abandon you.
The art is a self-portrait by Picasso. That's the image there.
You know how I feel.
Okay, we're almost out of time. Thank you guys. I love it when you tell me that immediately. This is a green screen. And this is an image, and the reason I went to the starting soon was I was telling you that this is a Picasso self-portrait. My belief is that. And that he, to me, I went to an exhibit of his and totally expected to be bored, thought I was hot shit, and then came away the biggest Picasso fan in the world. Okay, so this next piece that I want to talk about, I'm hoping you guys can hear me now, right? But this next piece I want to talk about, and this will be a good one to sort of finish up here. And this was something that was said to me by a grad student. And this was told to me by a grad student, and he was a sculptor. And what he told me one time was he said, you know, Bax, for me, he was like, the whole process, dude, he was like just a few years older than me, maybe about my age. He was like, for me, dude, the whole process is art. He was like, every bit of it is art. And when I know I have a good piece, when I know I have a good sculpture, like I knew it when I started making the drawings. And I knew it when I started casting it or sculpting it. I knew it when I cast it. And he was like, and I tried to care about every single step. And he was telling me this because he felt like I was sort of like fast forwarding through certain parts, trying to get to the end. And he was like, dude, the thing is that the whole process is art. Maybe it'll help, maybe not. All right, I'm going to put some music on, and we're going to kind of free hoop for the rest of this. Thank you guys for joining me. If I left you in the dust with that last one, just imagine that everything you do, the drilling, the learning, the free-flowing, the technique, it's all art. That we don't get to a point where suddenly we're making art. We're making it as we work on it. Buying the paint is art. Your slow flow, your fast flow, the good days, the bad days. It's all the process of this art making. There's little things you can do to make it a better process. If you're easily distracted, don't take your phone into your hoop session. Don't text someone right before you hoop. Turn off TV, not this TV. Keep your TV on right now. Thanks, guys. The reason you guys are hearing that is that Facebook is scrubbing the music right now. That's why you can only hear me on YouTube. This is going to be our free hoop from here on. Thank you, Jennifer. You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys are so cool the way you deal with me.
fault that you caught me slipping. So I'm gonna go back to doing me. I hope you keep doing you. Okay, I love you. Peace.
Lauren, you're welcome. Thank you, Jackie, for joining in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I'm definitely persistent. If you weren't here for my last class, I'm going to keep these going for at least 2 more months at least.
My pen in the swing like a pendulum. Figaro chain hypnotic. 3 in the back, they body the body, they quarterback in the exotic. I tried to open the passenger window, they told me to stop it, told me to lock it, told me that they want to box it. 30-minute shit turned to a cockpit, feel like I'm up in a mosh pit. Gas booming like a Mach 6. Rapping used to be a hobby, now I'm raking in the profits. I ain't even on my top shit, but this shit is different than what I could ever envision. I benefited from some risky decisions. I treated losses like a part of the mission. When COVID hit, I was close to quitting. Didn't think the music worth making. Thought about 9 to 5s for the bacon. Filling out grad school application. 6 years down the drain, wasted. Told myself I gotta finish strong. Every 2 weeks, another song. If nothing is different, I'm good as gone. Month later, bleach busting. Month later, gristle popping. Nowadays, doing crazy numbers. Labels calling, I got options. Maybe this sound corny, but I had to take a leap of faith. Only thing I know for certain is I'll be rapping till my reaper day.
Trying not to get jaded. I'm getting paid for the flow now. Remember they were the greatest, but I got something to show now. I'm feeling all of the greatest. I could go 10 more rounds, but I almost ain't made it. Few nights I almost got more down. Hey, it was at least 12 o'clock. I did not know there was bit in the block. I hop out the whip, see them grabbing them sticks, and them niggas start sending some shots. But didn't tell. Feeling my body like did I get hit with the Glock? I feel the exhale. Now me to shot it, so I go to pray for God. Cause that night ain't me my grave. So at the end of the day, I'm in the studio, long hours, can't afford minimum wage. Cause I see niggas meet their flowers, ain't get to finish their race. So I'm gonna work 2,000 hours, I will not enter the blaze.
Thank you so much, guys. We're going to play a couple more tracks just to kind of close the night out with some free hooping. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate all the donations and the shares and the likes and honestly, like, hear me on this, just you contributing your time means a lot to me.
I listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing, ooh yeah. I ain't really with the games you playing. I don't listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing, ooh yeah. Feeling so lost. Look what I caused. Look what I done. It used to be fun. I'm coughing my lungs. I'm feeling so done. Feeling so done. I'm feeling so done. Now I'm moving on. I'm driving to the sun. Girl, what do you want? Girl, what do you want? Girl, you got me so fucked up. I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm just trying to feel the buzz. Your love is a drug, yeah. I ain't really with the games you playing. I don't listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing, ooh yeah. I ain't really with the games you playing. I don't listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing, ooh yeah. I ain't really with the games, no. I don't really wanna wait, no. I don't got time to waste, no. I be right on my way, whoa. Whenever you give me the call, when I'm tripping, you don't let me fall. I ride around in a beam, living like it's a dream.
Nice, Kelly. Thank you so much. I'm taking a second because I want to... If you dig these songs tonight, this is the playlist right here.
You really think you're mine? I wanna hear my life. You a devil in disguise. listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing. Ooh yeah. I ain't really with the games you playing. I don't listen to a word you saying. I ain't really with the games you playing. Ooh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do one more song, and then cool down, I think. Let me know what you think about the blue screen. Be gentle, but if you hate it, just let me know.
Sanarita pa ooh.
Thank you, Danielle. You've been steering me right for 10 years. Sanarita pa ooh.
bitch work, 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 work,
Chakras are mine.
Okay, thank you guys. Hopefully if I pick the right song, this is going to be a slow song. But thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate all the energy and the participation. This is the last song then, yeah, for sure. I like the way you're thinking, Danielle. That's a good one. Green screen bandana. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Y'all hoop to this song. I'm gonna see if I can find something. I'm not drunk, but I feel like I am. hell. Oh shit. Oh shucks. Oh. Thanks for playing with me, y'all. I really appreciate it.